Good morning, students of Algebra 1. This is Mr. V. It is Wednesday, April 8th. So we have just reviewed solving equations, a very important topic, something you can't forget. And another very important topic that we've already discussed, this will be review, it's graphing linear functions. So remember, a linear function is going to be a straight line, hence the word linear. And what is that formula that we need to know? Slope-intercept form. Remember, functions always begin with f of x, or the quick way of saying it is y is equal to, and slope-intercept form, mx plus b. So they call it slope-intercept form because the m is your slope. And how about the intercept, the y-intercept, where this thing crosses the y-axis? That is the value of b. So, looking at our first example, if I just said I want you to identify the slope, well, the slope is the number in front of the x. So what is the number in front of the x? -3, so our slope is -3. And if the y-intercept is this number over here, that will be your y-intercept. So in this case, it would be a +5. So how do we graph these using a slope and the y-intercept? Well, remember, to graph a straight line, a linear function, all you need are 2 points. So out of these two here, which one is a point? Well, isn't the y-intercept a point? So what is the y-intercept? It's where this graph is going to cross the y-axis. So how do we know if it's going to cross like this or look like this? Well, this tells us some key information. We know for certain that the graph will go through that point right there. And then how do we use our slope? Well, remember, slope is rise over run. So if there's no number on the bottom, there's always a 1 down there. So how do we know if this is going to rise up or fall down? Well, whether it's negative or positive. Just by looking at this, we know this is going to be decreasing. It's going to be going down, so it's going to look like this. So this is rise, this is run. So this tells you up or down, and this tells you how many we're going to go to the right. So because it's negative, we're going to go down 3, so down 1, 2, 3 from our y-intercept. And then how many to the right? So down 1, 2, 3 over 1, make a point. Down 1, 2, 3 over 1, make a point. So all we really need is 1 point, but we can make a couple. So our graph is going to look something like this. Now it doesn't stop right there, so I got to put some arrows on there to show that this graph is going to go in both directions. Up and to the left forever, and down and to the right forever. Okay. So same thing here. We need a starting point. What do we use first, the slope or the y-intercept? So I need to start with the y-intercept. So it's saying this graph crosses the y-axis when y is 4. So I'm going to make a point right here at 4. Now I use this information. So what is my slope? The slope is 2, or we can say it's 2 over 1. So how do I know if I'm going to go up 2 from here or down 2 from here? Well, that's all based on whether this is positive or negative. Since it's positive, I go up 2. And then I always go to the right, this bottom number. So up 2, right 1. Now if I want to make some more points, I can't go up anymore, I ran out of room. So what's the complete opposite of up 2, right 1? Down 2, left 1. And notice all these points are in a nice straight line. So I would get my ruler, or some kind of straight edge, connect my points, put some arrows on there, and we have just graphed this linear function. Same thing. Are we in slope-intercept form? Yes. Y equals mx plus b. So what is my value of m? What is my slope? 3 over 2. What is my y-intercept? In this case, -1. So where is -1 on my y-axis? Well, that's down here. What does my slope tell me to do? Well, the top tells me up or down, and since it's positive, it means I go up 3, not from the origin, from my y-intercept. So up 1, 2, 3, and then I always go to the right, the bottom number. And since it's a 2, I go right 2. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 2, make a point, connect my dots. And I don't just do this, right, because it goes in both directions, so I got to continue all the way through. And make sure we get some arrows on there. There you have it. And the last one, what is my y-intercept? -1, make a point down there. What does my slope tell me to do? Okay, so this negative goes with the top number. So since it's a -1, do you think I should go up 1 or down 1 from here? Well, since it's negative, I go down 1. And then what have we been saying? This bottom number, which way do we always go from there? To the right. So down 1, right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a point. Connect your dots with the straight edge. Some arrows on there. And that is it. So all we did right now is graphing linear functions in slope-intercept form. So all of these 4 problems were already in slope-intercept form, which made them very easy to graph. So let's look at your homework. Okay, 4 problems for you to do. Identify your y-intercept. There's your first point. And then how do you use your slope to make your next point? Connect your dots and you are done. How about this one down here? Looks like my slope is -5/2, but I don't see a number over here. What do we say when there's no number there? It's actually you could say that, right? That's the same thing. So in other words, where is your y-intercept going to be? You have a special name for it? At the origin. Alright, and then once again, you need to take a picture of your work, upload it to Google Classroom, and I will send you back feedback and give you a grade. Alright, children, we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.